Gavin Williams had a hell of an outing today, which we'll get to in a second. But first, I want to give you two numbers, Noah. The first is 339,930,725, and the second number is 97,613,965. Any idea what those numbers represent?
The payroll of the New York Mets and the Cleveland Guardians.
That's right. That's the adjusted payroll total for the Mets and the Guardians. The Guardians come in at, what's my math, 200 some million short, basically.
Correct.
Like 230 or 242, something like that. And they just swept them. They finished that sweep today, where Gavin Williams had a no-no through 9 innings. Or I should say 8 1/3 innings. He almost completed it until Juan Soto came up and smacked out a solo home run shot, which was the only hit of the day. But what a performance from Gavin Williams, taking on that $339 million payroll. They didn't look like a $339 million team. Or I should say the
Not
Guardians are looking great.
not only did he take on that $330 million payroll, he said, I don't give a about your payroll. Here's another strike and another strike. He only threw 6 strikes, but the fact that he
Well,
almost
he
threw
threw
a no-hitter.
six strikeouts, not strikes.
Oh, strikes. He threw plenty of strikes. I meant
Yeah,
strikeouts.
right.
That's on me. That's on me.
I was going to say there were a lot of wafted at balls if that was the case.
Yeah.
He did have quite a few walks, but all in all, quite a performance from the team, and quite a performance in general from the Guardians. Here it is now, 8.2 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. I don't know. I don't want to put this out into the universe, but I'm going to anyway. We are 6 games back right now from the Tigers. We were 15 games back. We were talking not that long ago about can we make a playoff spot with the wild card, not the division, not winning the division, and now all of a sudden we look up, it's early August, and the division could be in our sights.
The division could be in our sights. 6 games behind the Tigers. The Tigers are 7-13 in their last 20 games. The Guardians are 7 of their last 8. Within 1 game of the AL wildcard spot. So we are 1 game back from just being in the playoffs in general.
Yeah.
Something
Which
else
is
to
Seattle. That's
Correct.
that 1 game.
Something else to note. The Guardians had never won a game in Citi Field where the Mets play until Monday's season opener. And then they picked up those bats and they screwed on a broom head and said, get out of here, Juan, and your overpaid ass team. Because Cleveland's back, baby. Even though we thought we were not back at all. I am feeling very good. I am feeling very energetic. I'm feeling fantastic about the Cleveland Guardians right now, and that is because they are still firing on all cylinders despite all the adversity that they have had to face, whether it be betting, allegations, trading away a guy that they thought they were was their ace. Newsflash, Gavin Williams is the ace. He almost threw a no-no. I'm feeling good about the Guardians front to back, and we finally called up my guy, CJ Kayfus, which we'll get into in a second.
Yeah, no, I agree. The thing about this team, and we saw it last year, they have heart and they have fight. And you could forgive anybody early in this year for not realizing that that fight is still there because they didn't look like they had it. But with everything that's gone down, losing 2 pitchers, which were not small losses, by the way, your starting closer and one of your starting pitchers who was part of a deal that gave up Andres Jimenez, by the way, and yet they just keep plugging along. I'm frustrated and I'm happy. I'm frustrated because if we win the division and we make the playoffs, and even if we go, let's say somehow we make the ALCS, I don't see that happening, but let's just pretend for a second. It signals to ownership once again that being cheap asses is okay. That's where I'm disappointed. But I'm very happy that Guardians baseball is doing as well as they're doing, and this is a well-coached team.
That is a completely valid take to talk about. Well, it's showing the ownership in the Dolans that they can continue to be cheap because we made it to the ALCS again, or God forbid a World Series, or hell, even the playoffs at this point with this cobbled up roster with betting allegations. And really, that's more so what I'm pointing to because I think they were going to trade Clase for a haul, all things considered, for some of the moves we saw at the deadline, which we
Yeah,
talked
with the
about at the
Padres,
Hopper.
jeez.
Yeah. Um, I'm feeling good front to back. I
Yeah.
can be upset that the Dolans are the owners, and I can agree with what you're saying. But at the end of the day, if I can watch entertaining, winning baseball, football, basketball, uh, I forget the name of the league for the Lake Erie Monsters right now. Obviously, G League basketball, WNBA when it comes, women's soccer, regardless. I don't care who the owner is. I don't care what's going on. As long as they're winning and I'm entertained and I'm having a good time, then I'm in a good mood. And right now, after what happened with the Guardians today, with Gavin Williams, what's been going on in their last 8 games where they've won 7 of them, I am feeling ecstatic about this team because they are starting to click in different levels, whether that be Angel Martinez showing up, whether that be CJ Kayfus getting called up, whether that be, if you for better or worse, some of the highs and lows of Brian Rocchio and Gabriel Arias and all of the different players going on. And of course, Browns for Life 18 said it best himself, the fact that Stephen Kwan is still a Cleveland Guardian.
You mentioned it, but let's get into it. CJ Kayfus is in the show. He started August 2nd, I believe, was his first game. So after a few games to get adjusted, I'm curious what your thoughts are. You see his stats there, batting 283. That can't be right.
This is his stats in Columbus.
Got it. I'm like, wait, because I think he's batting in the show 250, 4 hits so far,
250.
16 at bats.
Correct.
I said 250, yeah.
Yeah.
One ribby, which was a ground out, and an OPS of 563. Walk me through what you think so far because I think it's looking promising.
I think it's looking promising too. I mean, it's super early to tell. We're talking a couple days of being called up to the league, but he's not getting hits, which we've seen before with even bigger name prospects and whatnot. He's not making plays. Let me pull up this play that he had today in the game. Great outfield grab here by CJ Kayfus in the middle of Gavin Williams trying to, of course, get his no bid submitted. And all in all, I think it's all positive things that we've seen out of the kid thus far. Hits have been fine. Fielding's been good. They've had him play all over the place. He's played DH. He's played first base. He's played outfield. He's a true first baseman. They've obviously tried to get him to play a lot more outfield because that's the biggest point of contention on the major league roster right now is we only really have one true outfielder.
Yeah.
And through and through, I think he's lived up to everything that I would expect thus far. It's not like he's burning the roof down and batting like 700 or something like that in his first couple games, but 250, 1 RBI, 4 hits, 16 at bats. I know we already said those stats, but all things considered, 2 thumbs up so far. Let's keep playing the kid. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. First of all, it takes time to get adjusted to the majors. Like it or not, the speed of the game is just so much different, even from AAA. But yeah, he looks good so far. He went 0 for 4, including that RBI ground out to start his career in the majors. But the next day, his first hit is a double against the Twins in the ninth inning um, when they were rallying. I mean, what's not to like there? He has the tools. It's just whether or not he's going to adjust. And so far, I think he shows that he has that. He's adaptable and plays well on defense, as you mentioned. Um, and even votes praising how versatile he is because he can play first base, he can play outfield, he can play DH, and his approach has been commended. So I'm excited, and I think that it's encouraging. Obviously, like anything in pro sports, time will tell, but everything so far looks good.
Everything so far looks good to me indeed. We did have a question a little bit further back, again from Browns for Life 18. He asked, will the Guardians call anyone else up? And I'm not going to be sitting here and acting like I am a minor league expert. I do enjoy minor league games. I love paying attention to prospects. My opinion is that we probably will, just with the odds of how things work, see another person get called up. but I don't know if it's going to be any of the big names. I don't think Benzana is coming up this year, even though he is lighting it up right now in AAA. I believe he's in AAA now. Might be AA. And I know, no, it is AA. He's lighting it up right now in Akron. He's batting like 383 or something in his last 10 games or something like that. And I don't think it's going to be Chase DeLauder because the kid just
I was gonna
cannot
say, what about Chase?
stay.
I
He
think they
can't stay
should. Why
healthy
not?
because he might not even be back until the end of August. What are you going to call him up for 2 weeks?
Why not? Let's do it. I'd like to see it.
Honestly, I get it, but I know how this front office works as well. And with major league clocks and stuff like that, again, I'm not trying to sit here and act like I'm an expert on things like major league clocks and prospects and whatnot, but I could see them holding out another year on Chase DeLauder. But maybe Chase DeLauder opening day roster. They said that this year. Who knows?
I wouldn't be shocked if we see him at some point this year. I'm not saying it'll happen, but it wouldn't shock me either.
Yeah, me either. It wouldn't shock me, but I'm like, I don't know, 15%. I think it'll happen. I just think with the injury and how long he could be out and all of that, I just don't think they're going to pull the trigger this year because of it, unfortunately.